Hey guys, it's Robyn, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back and welcome if you're new. It is What I've Been Warming Wednesday, where I kind of take you through what I've warmed in my home over the last week so you can get warm reviews and decide what might work well in your house and where you might want to warm it and what to expect performance-wise from whatever you get. So I've got a bit of everything here today. I've got a lot of Scentsy and I've got a few other things as well. So I'll do Scentsy first. All right, so in my daughter's room this week, we just did one thing. And again, this one I've said before lasts for days. So we did 100 Acre Wood, which is the Winnie the Pooh bar. And this one I think is like Cotton Blossom, maybe Jasmine. But to me, it's got like some lavender and like herbalness to it. A little bit woodsy, very powdery, cozy. It's very soft and nice. Perfect for a kid's room, in my opinion. Even like maybe a younger, like toddler's type room. Very nice. Will repurchase this one, have repurchased it many times. And this one's just one of those bars that's just kind of cozy. And it's one of those bars where if you just put a couple cubes in, it'll be kind of like a light medium to medium strength for just like 4 or 5 days. So fantastic. That's what we did in her room this week. And that was good. In our bedroom this week, we did a few different ones. We did Arabian Nights from the Aladdin collection. And this one I did in our bathroom as well, or ensuite. I did 1 cube in the ensuite, 2 cubes in our bedroom, and this one changed quite a bit on warm. So every time drop wax down my shirt. On cold, this one's like a very nice kind of perfumey incense. Really like this one. I have perfumes that smell like this. I would repurchase perfumes that smell like this. It's a perfect like kind of perfumey, warm kind of fall type scent. It's very nice. On warm, it became more powdery. It lost some of that nice cozy incense and it became more powdery. Not bad, it was fine. It lasted 2 days. Couldn't really smell it as much in the bathroom, that I will say. Bedroom, you could definitely smell it when you walked in. It was maybe I would say light medium, maybe medium at peak, but more close to light medium, like a 4 out of 10. And then more like a 3 out of 10 after that first 15 to 18 hours. But yeah, just kind of on the powdery side. It was okay. Not something I would like go out of my way to repurchase though, but pretty and okay. So performance-wise, fine, and scent appeal-wise, just kind of okay. Not very often do I have a scent where I like it less on warm than I do on cold. This one was one of those, and I don't get those very often, but this one was one. Still very pleasant, still gonna enjoy the rest of the bar, but yeah, that is Aladdin Arabian Nights. Next, I did 2 cubes of Cashmere and Corduroy in the bedroom. And this one is just so good. And we're finally getting into the time of year when this one actually feels right to warm. We've finally kind of broken our heat wave time, so we're finally getting some cooler evenings and some breezes at night. And this one is like sweet, perfumey, cozy body care. It is like bergamot, vanilla, and I think musk. It's so nice. Love this one. I actually have this in a fragrance flower now in our bathroom. And I will say, the wax and the room spray smell about the same. The fragrance flower smells much different than those 2 items. The fragrance flower, I wouldn't even guess is Cashmere and Corduroy. It is a very different scent, but still equally beautiful. But I will say, much creamier, sweeter, and softer than the wax or the room spray. So be aware of that. I do think it's worth ordering. The fragrance flower, you get less of those deep musky notes and more of that kind of soft vanilla sweetness that you do in the bar. So I would say the fragrance flower is more the top notes of the bar. So very nice. That's just kind of an aside about the fragrance flower because it is new for the fall winter catalog. I highly recommend it though. It is very nice and a fairly decent performer so far. But yes, Cashmere and Corduroy and wax, always a good performer. I have never managed to let this go long enough for it to finally give up. I think the 3rd day I took this one out because it kind of, after a couple days, it kind of gets more of a perfumey tone that I don't really care for that much, and it gets pretty light. So I took it out at that point, but this one could go probably quite a few days if you wanted it to. So that is a good option if you're looking for a long-lasting bar that is nice in a bedroom. Then I did We're All Mad Here from the Alice in Wonderland collection, and this one was fun. So this one is like berries and like fizz. It's good, like really good. It's kind of like tart berries and fizz. And this one, when you put it in the warmer at first, it kind of gets a very sweet, almost sugar plum or cotton candy type tone to it. Kind of along the lines of, say, maybe Angel 624 or Aladdin 3 Wishes, that kind of cotton candy sugar plum note that some of the bars have. That comes out when you first put this in the warmer, and it was really nice. That wore off after maybe 8 or 10 hours, but the bar itself lasted like 2-3 days. It was really good, like fantastic performer. This, by about, I don't know, 18 hours in, this one changed pretty significantly, and it became very much just vanilla blackberry. So Scentsy's blackberry note is a very distinct note, and that is what I got in this after that first 12 hours, and that was about all I could smell, was that blackberry note. If you liked vanilla blackberry but did not care for the cedarwood note or any of the kind of herbal notes in that one, this one doesn't have those. So this one is just kind of pure unadulterated blackberry. And yes, I liked vanilla blackberry, but sometimes that cedarwood note in that one was a little bit odd, or you could smell like some strange herbalness that wasn't everyone's cup of tea. This one has none of that. It's just the berry sweetness, and it's very nice. So I will probably stock up on some of this one, maybe grab a couple more bars, because I do really enjoy this one, and I think that is a fantastic one. I think I would probably try this in my open layout as well. I don't know that it would stand up to a huge open layout, but I think if you have like a average size ceiling height and everything else, you'd probably be okay with the open layout. So that one I recommend. Then in bathrooms this week, I did 1 cube in each of the bathrooms of Cinderella Happily Ever After. And this one's just a really pretty soft floral. It is like, I want to say there's like lemon drops in here or something, like some kind of lemon note. It is a soft, very soft white floral with some kind of like lemon sweetness. It's a very like springy floral. It's not a summer floral. It's not like a deep, heady winter floral. It is a spring floral. It's very soft and pretty, and the color suits the scent perfectly. It's kind of like forget-me-not or something like that. It's a very pretty scent. I'm very picky on florals, and I really like this one. Yes. Performance-wise, not strong enough for the bathroom. I would say nice in bedrooms, but very soft. So if you want a scent that's going to really fill a space, this probably isn't it. It's a nice background type scent. So that is Cinderella Happily Ever After. Then on to the open layout. So I did a little bit of a mix. Again, I had 2 cubes of Pastelitos hanging on, and then I had 6 cubes of Rainbow Sherbet. So I did 1 warmer with Pastelitos and then 3 warmers with Rainbow Sherbet, and that was really nice. Rainbow Sherbet's an extremely strong performer. It is like orange, lime, and I want to say like cherry sherbet. It is strong. This one can almost be a bit much on its own. It is, like I said, strong intensity. If you have an open layout, this will fill it. But it's got like a heaviness to it. And I think it's just kind of thick in the air, if that makes sense. Like, it's not a light scent, it's a very heavy scent. Like, it's heavy in the air. And I don't dislike it, but it's a lot. It is very strong, and it's a lot. Pastelitos, it got completely bulldozed by the Rainbow Sherbet. I can't even say if I smelled Pastelitos. I could smell Rainbow Sherbet. So yes, that mix I wouldn't do again. It was fine. I was just trying to use up the Pastelitos. But Rainbow Sherbet I will repurchase. It's good as a mixer. If you're going to use this as a mixer though, I would use twice as much of the other scent that you're using and 1 cube of this. So 1 cube of this to 2 cubes of whatever else you're mixing with, because this one is extremely strong. It is very intense in the clamshell. It's also very intense in the air, but less so. So if you get this and smell it and it's scary to you, put 1 cube in a warmer somewhere and see what you think, because it does change on warm. And I think it really does get quite nice on warm. So there's Rainbow Sherbet. I will repurchase that one. I'm quite confident this will be back in the spring, summer, and I hope it is. Then I did a full bar of Gogo Mango in the open area. And this one is a spring summer catalog bar as well. And this one's kind of like a lighter, kind of watery, fruity scent. It is mango. I also almost get some like pineapple or something. I almost get like apple in here too. This reminds me a lot of Star Apple and Freesia from the Island Days collection. This one's been around longer, obviously. But it's kind of that same thing. It was about a medium strength on warm. Did fill the open layout quite nicely. Not strong, but it filled it quite nicely. Very short duration. I would say like 10 to 12 hours. Not a long-lasting scent, but very pleasant while it lasted. Would I repurchase this one? Yes, I would. This one was just nice for the day I had it going. It's one of those scents that for me, I have to be in the mood for, but when you are in the mood for this one, it's just really nice. So enjoyed that one, would repurchase it next summer if it comes back, and I really think it will. Then I did a mix because I had 4 cubes of Johnny Appleseed that I just wanted to be finished with. And so I brought out my new best friend, Gimme Candy. This one available September 1st. I have gone through like half my consultant kit already of this one. I'm not going to be selling any bars to locals. I'm just plowing through it. I also had a half bar of this. So I did 4 cubes of Gimme Candy to 4 cubes of Johnny Appleseed. So I mixed those one cube of each in each of my 4 warmers. So they mixed all together. Very nice. So somebody here on YouTube had suggested this. I can't remember who. It was someone in my comments. But thank you, because this was fantastic. And yes, so Johnny Appleseed is a general catalog scent. It's just kind of a red apple scent. I would say it's a very traditional apple scent. Gimme Candy is that kind of caramel candy corn. It's got the spun sugar, the honey, and like the caramel buttercream. It's good. So yes, those mixed great. And I would say, yes, it's caramel apple, and you might compare it to caramel apple craze, which is already an existing scent in the catalog. I would say the difference with the mix as opposed to caramel apple craze is that I got more caramel from this mix than I do from caramel apple craze. To me and my nose, I would say caramel apple craze is like 1/3 caramel and two-thirds apple. Whereas this mix was like 50-50. It was a very like equal apple to caramel ratio, which I preferred. So it depends how much of a sweet tooth you have. If you prefer less sweet, I would go with caramel apple craze. If you have a sweet tooth, I would do the mix yourself. I will probably repurchase another bar of Johnny Appleseed just to do that mix. I really enjoyed it. So that was excellent. Then I did my fall decorating, not my Halloween. Halloween's not quite yet, fall. Did my fall decorating on Saturday, so of course I had to bring out first day of fall. And this one is in the catalog. And it is, like, what is this? I would say leaves, like crunchy dried leaves. Maybe apple. There's pumpkins on the label. I don't know that I get pumpkin so much. But I get like leaves and apples. It's a very like kind of woodsy scent as well, maybe some woody notes. And then I mixed it with Gimme Candy because this one on its own is quite earthy. So added Gimme Candy because why not? Make it sweeter. So I did 6 cubes of first day of fall, and I think I did 4 cubes. Yeah, I did 4 cubes of Gimme Candy with that. So I can't remember what I did exactly, but in some of the warmers they only had first day of fall, and in some of the warmers they had a 50-50 mix of Gimme Candy and first day of fall. So that was what I did. But that was good. What happened with this one was Gimme Candy was really strong out the gate. It mixed with the first day of fall in a way that smelled like maple pumpkin spice pancakes, which actually made my husband come out and be like, "Are you making pancakes?" And I was like, "No, I'm like hauling totes out to decorate." And he's like, "Can you make pancakes?" And I was like, "No, I'm hauling totes out to decorate." So he actually like went to McDonald's to get pancakes because it was smelling so much like pancakes in here. Yeah, that was a good mix. That was good. So if you have first day of fall and find it a bit too woodsy or a bit too spicy for you, throw in some Gimme Candy. Like that's going to be the motto of the season. When in doubt, Gimme Candy. That is going to be your mixer for everything. It's amazing. So yes, I would do that mix again. I will say what happened with this one around the 6-hour mark is that the Gimme Candy started to like die off a little bit, where the first day of fall kept going strong, and so the ratio changed. It ended up being more Gimme Candy, and then it was about equal, and then this one lasted at its same intensity for longer than Gimme Candy, so it ended up being kind of around here for most of it. overall though, I really liked it. I would do that mix again. That was fantastic. So I would repurchase First Day of Fall. It's kind of a Scentsy classic fall scent. And of course, Gimme Candy's going in my club. I can't get enough of this scent. So that one's fantastic. So yes, yet another mix for this one that worked out well. First Day of Fall and Gimme Candy. Then I did 4 cubes of apple and oats with 6 cubes of baked apple pie. So what I did here is in all 4 warmers, I did 1 cube baked apple pie, 1 cube apple and oats. And then in a mini warmer I put out for fall, I did 2 cubes of baked apple pie. So we had that mix going. That was really nice. I will say for the vast majority of that warming, apple and oats overpowered the baked apple pie, even though I used more baked apple pie. Baked apple pie is a year-round Scentsy bakery catalog scent. And it's kind of like apple pie filling to my nose. Kind of more like the apple pie filling that you would get from like a fast food apple pie rather than like a homemade apple pie. Yeah, it's just kind of that sort of jelly fruit pie filling. Apple and oats is no longer available, but it's a very oaty, like very oaty apple type scent, and it's very strong as well. So baked apple pie is like a light medium to medium scent. Apple and oats is on the stronger side. Yeah, so if I did this mix again, I would do more baked apple pie, but I'm not going to do this mix again because I only have 1 more bar of apple and oats, and there's other plans I have for that. So yeah, baked apple pie is kind of one of those scents that's okay. It's not one I reach for all that often, but I wanted to do an open layout warm and I didn't have enough for just apple and oats. Although looking back, I could have easily done 4 cubes of apple and oats in my open layout, and that would have been plenty to fill my open layout. This one's quite a strong bar. But baked apple pie, yes, very nice. Kind of one of those classic Scentsy scents. It's just kind of okay to me. It's all right. Will I repurchase this one? Probably. I don't use it all that often, but I would probably repurchase it. Apple and oats I would definitely repurchase if I could. It is not available. So that is those. The last thing I did in my open layout this week was Zoinks. This is the Scooby-Doo bar, and this one I think is pineapple, mandarin, and strawberry, which sounds like perfection, and it's really good. Yes, this one is very good. So it is pineapple, like a lot of heavy pineapple here. I don't know that I get the mandarin, and I don't know that I got the strawberry either. On warm, this one filled the space very quickly. I did the full bar in the open layout. Filled the space very quickly. Very pineapple-y, probably like a 7 out of 10 in strength. Really nice. So I put this in at like 11 a.m., went out for a while, came home at like 4:30, and it was gone. Like it was done. So it was maybe a 2 out of 10 when I came home from when I was out. And yeah, by 6 p.m. it was gone completely. So like 5 hours or so was what I got from this one. So for that reason, it was nice. Very nice. Like I said, I like a good pineapple scent. Love it. If it had performed well, I would have stocked up on it. It would have been a stock up scent for me if it had lasted even 12 hours. But 5 hours, no. There's better pineapple scents that last longer than that. And so that one's not a repurchase for me. I do have 1 more bar and then I'm good. Then on to The Office, where I did some different stuff this week. So I have Serendipity Soywax Melts Ice Cream Shop. This was in last week's video as well. I had done it in our bedroom last week. This week I finished up the bar, used the last 3 cubes in The Office, and it was good. I really like the scent. It is a nice like Neapolitan ice cream scent. It's a nicely blended mix of strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate. Really enjoyed it. Not very strong. And The Office is actually the like room in our house that holds on to wax the best. So if a wax is gonna have a solid shot, if it can't survive in The Office, it can't survive anywhere. And this one was very light even in there. I let it go 2 days, but it was just kind of, you could kind of smell it when you walked in the first day, but then after that it was just kind of a vague sweetness in the air. You couldn't identify it. It was just kind of sweet. So I probably wouldn't repurchase this, which makes me sad because I love the scent. If they like tripled the amount of fragrance in this bar, I would buy this again and again and again. But yeah, no. So Serendipity Soy Wax Melts, they're kind of hit or miss. I've had some really good bars from them. I have had some that I would definitely repurchase, but this was not one of them strength-wise. Then I finally busted into some of the Sassy Girl Aroma bars that Melissa Johnson had sent me a while back. So I've been saving these for kind of cooler weather because they are kind of fallish type scents. And I wanted to do them in the office to just kind of, like I said, give them a good test run because I've never warmed this brand before. And I wanted to see, like, I wanted to like smell them warm without having to use a whole bunch of them because I don't want to use a ton of cubes and like use them in my open layout if I haven't got an idea what they smell like yet. So I did 2 cubes of Smurfs in the Kitchen in the office. And I think these cubes are probably smaller than Scentsy cubes. I would say 2 cubes of Sassy Girl is probably equivalent to like 1.5 cubes of Scentsy, maybe. Like it's not quite 1-to-1 and it's not quite 2-to-1. It's somewhere in between. So Smurfs in the Kitchen is blueberry, marshmallow, cookies, birthday cake, Twinkies, and vanilla fudge butter. So out of this scent, on warm, it was so good. So on cold, I get like blueberry, marshmallow, and I get birthday cake. And a bit of a buttery note. Yeah. On warm, this one really bloomed. It was so good. It was still blueberry, but that, the cookie note came out. So you still had the marshmallow, but you also had this nice cookie note mixed with that birthday cake. I don't know specifically what Twinkies would smell like, but I think I smelled the vanilla fudge butter as well. I think I got all of the notes listed except for the Twinkies, and I might have gotten Twinkies, but just mistaken it for birthday cake. But that was good. That was very good. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do it in my open layout next time. I'm probably gonna do, how much should I do? There's a question for people who are watching. If you could help me out and let me know if you're using this type of wax with like the brittles and these little cubes, how much do you use per warmer if you're gonna do that? Because like I said, I did 2 cubes in the one warmer, but I don't really want to use 8 cubes for my open layout, but I guess I might have to. I'll see, I'll play with it. But do let me know below if you've used these brittles before. Yeah, I'll probably end up doing 8 cubes. So yes, this is a scent I would repurchase. I really like this one, and yes, thank you, Melissa. I did notice Sassy Girl Aroma has paused her shipping to Canada temporarily. It looks like she's moving. So I really look forward to her opening again to international shipping. I think she's going to do that in September, October, somewhere in there. I really hope it's September, not October, because I would love to place a fall winter order. Yeah, so Sassy Girl Aroma, yay. I've really enjoyed everything I've tried from this vendor so far, and I would love to place a fall and winter order from her. Next from Sassy Girl, I tried cobbler cookies, and this one is nutmeg, cinnamon, clove, sugar cookies, apple, raisin, almond, vanilla cake, and hazelnut. So many notes. It's hard to like distinguish all of those, but what I smell, I get some kind of nut. It might be the almond that I'm smelling. I think I do get raisin. The spice here is very understated. For being a spice heavy scent and those spice notes being at the very beginning of the listing, it's not overly spicy. I do get vanilla cake. Sugar cookies is hard to say. It's just kind of sweet. But it's kind of a nutty, slightly spicy, like vanilla bakery scent. It's very good. And on warm, this one is very similar to the way it was on cold. If anything, that nice raisin note came out more. I really enjoyed this one. I would say I almost got more oats, and there's no oats on the notes. Oats on the notes. There's no oats in the notes, but it did smell kind of like an oatmeal cobbler cookie. So I really enjoyed this one. I would repurchase this bar as well. Very impressed. Thank you, Melissa. The last one I tried from Sassy Girl this week, and I do have a couple more I have to try still, but these are kind of the fallish ones that I was in the mood for. IHOP. So this one is IHOP. It is pumpkin pecan waffles, maple syrup and brown sugar, caramel and coffee. And this one, coffee is the first thing I get. And then I would say brown sugar, pumpkin pecan waffles. Yeah, pumpkin pecan waffles for sure, and the coffee are the main 2 notes I get. Maple syrup, not so much. Caramel, a little bit. Yeah, it's a really good one. This was really good. On warm, I would say the coffee came out even more, and it was really nice. Like, this was a nice fallish kind of all-around coffee scent. Really enjoyed that. I would repurchase that as well. Melissa knows me well, so thank you, Melissa, for this one as well. Yeah, I would repurchase that for sure. That was good. And I would say all three of these performed pretty similarly. I would say all were about a 6 or 7 out of 10 at peak. And I would say they lasted each, like they all lasted about the same amount of time. I would say about 18 hours, which is about average. That's about what I'm expecting, especially when I'm only using 2 little tiny cubes of wax, because usually in my office I use 2 Scentsy cubes, which is probably closer to 3 cubes of these. So I would say it's pretty equivalent to Scentsy in performance. Very nice, really like those. So I look forward to being able to place my own order from Sassy Girl just as soon as they open up international shipping again. And that is everything I've warmed in my home over the last week. As you can see, I'm definitely transitioning to fall melting. We've finally gotten some cooler temperatures around here and I am here for it. So let me know how things are going in your neck of the woods. I'd love to hear what you're warming as we move into September. I would also like to know if you're staying up late tonight, like I am, to place your Harvest Collection order. I will be up at midnight in line for my Fairy Tale Pumpkin Warmer. So as soon as that haul arrives, I will definitely unbox it for you. But yes, I will be placing that tonight at midnight. Other than that, hope you guys are having a great week. Thanks so much for watching. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.